Hi guys, it's Sophie. So I'm going to be doing the Booktube Watching Tag today. This is created by Harriet and I've seen it everywhere and I just fancied filming a tag. I'm in a really filming mood today. This is the fourth video I've filmed in a day, which is completely unheard of for me. So this is basically a tag all about Booktube, the community, what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy, and yeah, well, I'm sure you've seen people do it already. I'm going to stop waffling. So question one is, how many channels are you subscribed to? I've only got my phone, so I don't know exactly, but I would say probably somewhere between 100 and 150, and that's like all my YouTube channels. Like I have lots of music that I listen to on YouTube as well. It's not as many as a lot of people, and actually I'm really strict about going through like every 6 months or so and unsubscribing from people who haven't uploaded in like more than 3 months, just because I don't watch a lot of BookTube. We'll talk about this. And the videos I want to have the time to watch are ones that are like relevant, that I can go back through, and like I tend to binge when I do watch BookTube. So I really don't like it to have lots and lots of people I'm subscribed to who don't create content anymore. Obviously there's times when people leave and then come back. I think I unsubscribed from Scribbles Reads, and then when she came back she was like an automatic resubscribe. But I prefer it that way, of having just me in general. I like things pared down and clean and minimalist, and the same is true for my Booktube watching. So yeah, I probably reckon I've got about 100 channels I watch, and I do watch all of them. Not every single video, but I do watch all of those channels at some stage, or I would unsubscribe. Question two is, when do you normally watch BookTube? This has been like the bane of my life at the minute. So basically my standard like BookTube watching time is in bed. Like before I go to sleep, I don't really read a lot before I go to sleep, because I take medicine that like for the last hour I'm awake. It makes me really fuzzy and I can't ever remember what I've read. But BookTube is a really good thing to watch because it doesn't really matter if you like remember every essence of the video, it just matters that you enjoy it at the time. So normally I'll sit down in my bed and I'll pop on my laptop next to me and just watch some for that hour. However, the cat is a bloody nightmare when it comes to the laptop being in bed. I don't know why, but like as soon as she sees it, she wants to like step on it, and she can do things to my computer that my computer should not be able to do. I don't know how she presses all these things. She always gets to like Microsoft help menu, like whatever that is, she manages that with her feet. And she turns it off and it's so annoying, and there's no way I can, like, besides like shutting her downstairs, there's no way I can stop her from doing it. She can open all the doors in the house. So it's just a proper pain. So it's kind of been a bit of a faff trying to watch BookTube. But I have recently decided that I'm just going to maybe shut the cat out for that hour and then let her back in again. And also my phone, I've got this little adapter on it that lets you turn the music in your phone to an FM radio. Now my car's really old and it doesn't have an aux cable, it doesn't have Bluetooth, none of that. It's literally just got radio. So my plan is to try and download some YouTube videos, some BookTube videos to my phone, and then play them through my car on the way to work, so that I can just listen to people talk about books, or maybe download some Bookish podcasts as well. And I think that would be a really nice way to watch more videos. Obviously there's no visual element, but I think still that would be a good way of getting back into the community. Question three is, how do you balance BookTube, making videos, and reading? Reading is always my top priority, making my own videos is second, and watching other people's is last. That's just the way it is. I think reading always has to be the top priority. That's the thing I enjoy most, that's why I'm here, and that's what's most fulfilling to me. Making my own videos comes second, because I really do feel like I'm really committed to the channel, and I do feel sort of not obliged, that's the wrong word, but dedicated to making the videos and trying to put up 2 a week. And I know they've been a bit sporadic, like sometimes there's been 1 a week, or they haven't been on the right days, and all of those sorts of things that you probably haven't noticed. But it is really important to me that I keep doing it. It's really good for my self-esteem and for giving me something that's mine. BookTube and YouTube is probably one of the few things that feels like it's actually mine. And then watching BookTube just comes after that for me. As well as all the issues I've had in physically accessing it, it is bottom of the priority of those three. Question four is there a difference between videos you like watching and videos you like making? I am like pretty much obsessed with watching people trying to reduce their TBRs. So if you've been around for a while, you'll know that that was a huge project I went through, and the experience afterwards of having a small TBR and choosing what I want to read and all those things, it's just so like spiritually satisfying that I absolutely love watching other people do it. Now I can't do that anymore. I don't have enough books on my TBR to do those kind of videos. Oh, the cat is turning me around, give me a moment. yeah, so I really love watching those videos, even though I can't make them anymore. Though I did quite like making them at the time. They're stressful, but yeah, it's just satisfying. And like anything with a challenge, so like Drinking by Myself, she does her Balancing the Books challenge, and I love watching those videos. Mercedes is obviously doing her TBR reduction, so all of those challenges, especially unhauls, all of those good things, I love paring it down and getting back to what you want to read. That just sets joy off in me. Somewhat kind of paradoxically, I do really enjoy haul videos as well, filming them and watching them, and just seeing people get excited for what's out there, and kind of I've been enjoying them somewhat from the sidelines because I'm not hauling a lot, and I'm not sort of like letting myself accumulate all these books, so it's been nice to see it, and then actually sometimes it's really nice to see it, buzz it up, and then oh no, it falls back down, but I'm like, I didn't spend my money, it's fine. So yeah, I think broadly I like the same things, but some of the things I like watching I can no longer film about. Question 5 is, who's the first booktuber you subscribed to and do you still watch them? So I think I did watch some YA booktube a long time ago, but to be honest I can't really remember who they were. Probably like the standards, like Poland and Banana Books and Katie Tastic and all of those lot. But I think adult booktube was when I felt like part of the proper community and found my people. And I think it was probably Mercedes that I watched first. And yeah, I remember being really intimidated. I'm still intimidated by Mercedes. I'm always intimidated by Mercedes, but I was so intimidated by her when I first started watching her, and just that she was so intelligent and had so much to say and seemed to really know her own style and her own tastes. And yeah, I still watch her. I love her, she's a really lovely person. It's just I'm quite a nervous person, and I think she is to some extent as well, but I'm just a very nervy kind of person, and I do find her a bit intimidating. Question 6 is, who is the most recent booktuber you subscribe to? It's probably some people from the booktube meetup. Ollie Bliss, I really liked his channel and was surprised I hadn't heard of it before, so we'll go with him, though there were loads of people that I met on that day that I also subscribed to, and do you know what, there may have been people past that, but as I say, I've only got my phone, so we're going kind of from memory. Question 7 is, share an old favourite booktuber. I mean, they're all going to be the standards of like the adult UK community. I'm trying to think if there's anyone who's like a bit more out there, or that you aren't going to expect for me to say that I can try and add. You know what, I'm actually going to go for Cynthia Dubois. Now I watched her, she was really early on into my watching booktube, like 2012, 2013 I guess, and she does still make videos. They're quite different kinds of videos now than she used to make, but yeah, she's such a lovely person. She's someone who I always wanted to be friends with. I've never met her, I've never even spoken to her, but like when I first started watching it, she was one of those people that I was like, oh, I think I would like to be friends with her. I think everyone has those weird like booktubers that they think that about. But yeah, so she's one of my old favourites and I do still watch her videos. A new favourite booktuber, I think for that one I'm going to go for Life Between Words, who isn't a new booktuber but is kind of new to me. I've just been watching a few of her videos lately and I've really enjoyed them. Yeah, I really want more booktubers to subscribe to in my new binging phase. So if you have a channel, leave your favourite of your videos down below, or just tell me about it or whatever, or if you have any new favourites, let me know about that as well. I always, whenever I go through a binge, like try and find new favourites and then glob myself to them and don't let go. Question 9 is, what are your bookish pet peeves? It's a hard one. Like the things that I've got really sick of now that I don't endure in videos anymore is like the over hype, bouncy, fake enthusiasm. I just can't bring myself to watch those kind of videos anymore. I think as well I am kind of done with when people set like really strict TBRs or rules for themselves with their reading, and every time they do a wrap up they never mention that they've not touched any of it or done any of that, and it just kind of grates. And I get it, like I do the same thing when I do TBRs and I just completely change my plans, but I don't know, I feel like it just feels a bit weird that it's like, oh, but I thought you were gonna, oh, you didn't do any of that. There's no one in particular I can think of like who does that, but that is one of the things that does annoy me, just probably because I'm quite strict on myself and on what I do, and I always feel like I remember if I haven't talked about something I thought I was going to. But yeah, so when it just goes completely off piece and it's completely different to what someone was expecting, or the things that they've sort of set themselves as like goals, I guess, that does annoy me. Question 10 is, what have you learned from other booktubers? Pretty much everything, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't have figured this out on my own. Everything I do here is because I've watched other people doing it and I've loved what they do. I think in terms of like lessons for my own channel, I think it's been really nice that the community as a whole is kind of deciding that we can let each other do different kinds of things, and it's just becoming a bit more inclusive. I quite like the structure that I have on my channel, but I completely get that lots of other people don't. And I think it's really nice to see branching out in different kinds of videos and different kinds of tags and discussions, and that there's more reviews, it seems, going around. I actually don't like watching book reviews, like singular book reviews, because when I haven't read it, it's spoilers and I might want to read it, and when I have read it, I'm kind of like, well, sometimes actually if I really like it, then I'm like, yeah, come on then, let's have some more of it. When I've read it, most of the time I'm kind of done with the book. I might read it if I, you know, stumble across a review in a paper or something, but I rarely go and look for more reviews after I finish the book. So the whole thing for me doesn't work, which is a bit of a weird thing to admit here on BookTube. But so, you know, I think more reviews is really good because lots of people have said in the past that they really want to do them but feel they can't, that they aren't popular enough, and I think it's great to see the diversity of what people are doing coming in, and just, I don't know, just people seeming to broaden the definition of what BookTube is, and I think that's really lovely, and hopefully then new channels who are coming in don't feel they have to like fit into this mould that everyone else has made for them, and they can make their own content and channels and chat, and we can still have things like this where we all have common questions and answer them, or like we can do TBRs or readathons and stuff, but it's not the only thing that is allowed. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, that I can think of for now, but hopefully you've enjoyed it. Probably sick of me, probably sick of this jumper. I love this goddamn jumper. But yes, I will see you guys soon in my next video. Look after yourselves until then. Happy reading. Bye.